Well, good morning, friends and family. This is Wander on day 189 of my Appalachian Trail journey. I am here with Brother John. He's just dropping me off here at 19 Mile Brook Trailhead. This is where I came out at last year after I stopped my hike, after I tried to do it again and stopped again. So, anyhow, I will be heading up to 19 Mile Brook Trail. I will pick up one of the other trails and heading up to Zeta Pass. And that's where I will pick up the AT, and that's where I abandoned the AT last year. So this is the official AT detour heading up here. And I came out somewhere down the road there a couple of days ago. So this is where I'm coming out at, and or did I come out there yesterday? Whatever. Anyhow, it's supposed to be warm today. It's supposed to be hot. In fact, this afternoon they got heat warnings out. So it's 5:45, so I'm trying to get on the trail and get an early start so that I can get into Imp Shelter. Roughly 8 mile day. Not sure exactly because a lot of the trails that I'm hiking on right now don't have mileage for. So with that being said, I will let you go and I'll bring you back when I got something to share. Okay, here's a couple signposts. Carter Dome Trail is where I'm going to turn off this trail. 3.8 miles to the Carter Notch Hut. That's where I was at last year. Spent the night there. So I'm going up, and I'll bring you along. So this is 19 Mile Brook. I'll be following that for a little while. So that'll be my companion for the next couple miles or so. And as I recall, the path right here is pretty benign. It is climbing, of course, but and I've got a lot of water crossings. Fortunately, most of them are rock hoppable, if I recall coming up. We come upon this nice bridge in the woods here for crossing this river. So, got the trail junction here. The AT goes up that way to Carter Notch Hut, which is 1.9 miles away. Route 16 where I came from. Now, if I know the Carter Notch Hut was that close, this route I would have taken last year instead of going over the Wildcats. But today I'm heading up Carter Dome Trail. Carter Mariah Trail and Carter Dome 2.9 miles. So that's where I'm headed. I don't know if I think I did Carter Dome last year, so I'm going up to Zeta Pass. So it should be less than, maybe it's 1.9 up there to Zeta Pass. I don't know, but anyhow, Carter Dome Trail is where I need to head up. So I got a little stream crossing here. Looks like I can rock hop across. Shouldn't be an issue. All right, so just cross this little stream and heading up this way again. Still up, still. Well, I'm back on the AT. I'm sorry, I got to the junction and was busy typing out a text saying I got the Zeta Pass that I forgot to take pictures of the signpost and stuff. So, but I'm heading northbound now on the AT, and 4.7 miles to go from the junction from Zeta Pass, and
lap 4, 5450, distance 0.25.
So I've come 4 miles so far. 0.15 of that counts, I think. A little buggy out this morning. Fortunately, the sun's not out, so it's started off warm but cool as I gained a little elevation, I think. But yeah, it's gonna be a steady climb, I think, up to the first of these Carter domes. Which one that is, I don't remember, but yeah, a bit of a climb to go. There was no water at Zeta Pass. It was all dried up, just mud. There was a couple little tiny pools. I mean, tiny, about the size of a cup maybe, but nothing that a person could scoop and filter and drink. So I've got 1.4 liters left to go 4.5 miles. So I'll just try to make it last. Shouldn't be an issue, I don't think. It's not that hot out today, so the sun won't be baking me. All right, let's put it this way. I need to concentrate on climbing. Well, I think I am at the top of South Carter Mountain. There's a little cairn right there. That may signify that's the top. Right now, the trail goes down until we get to the next Carter Mountain. I think Middle Carter? I don't know. So, all right, down we go. All right, here's our first view for the day. Kind of a little hazy and overcast. But now I got to go down that somehow. All right, not quite to the top of the Middle Carter. I think that's it right there. But came out in the open. A little breezy up here, feels good though. Well, I'm at the top of Middle Carter Mountain, but it's kind of closed in. Not a lot to see here. Got some crazy color in the sky. So if there's any rain coming, hope it holds off until I get to camp, which is 2.6 miles away. All right, it's going down here. All right, so I did come out to an opening here. Alright, I'm going that way. I see people over that way, so I guess that's where I'm headed. Okay, another opening here. Oh, that mountain right there in the cloud. I believe it's Mount Washington. That's just looking back at that ridge line I just came across. This is the face of it there. So So I am now at the top of North Carter Mountain, and the haze is cleared a little bit so you can see some of this. I think that may be Middle Carter Mountain there, and I have no idea what South Carter Mountain is. But it's quite the view. There's a trail or something down there, some kind of path. But anyhow, I got, looks like about 1 3/4 miles down to the shelter. I came out to another opening. I don't think I'm hitting any of that today, but maybe tomorrow. Let's see. Well, I'm getting close to the end, maybe a little over 3 or 4/10 of a mile, depending on which road sign you look at. Got a lot of bog boards I've been hiking over here just recently. It looks like they go quite a ways. Real swampy in this area, or boggy. But this one here's got staples in it, I guess because it's on an angle so you don't lose your traction. But some of these cross little ponds, if you will, little water holes that are swarming with mosquitoes. Right now they don't seem to be interested in me, which is great. Okay. Thought I'd bring you along here. I've been walking along this slanted rock slope for a while. So as long as your shoes got good traction and the rocks are not wet, then you can go right across these things without too much issue. Though it is hard on the ankles, as your ankles are constantly twisted up at an angle. And then you're just back in the woods. Alright, so comes the road sign. That's all where I came from. So Stony Brook and Mariah Brook Trail, 0.7 that way. I don't know what that is. AT, I guess that's the AT they say. Going that way. M campsite 0.3 down this way. Oh well, 0.3. I wish it was closer, but I am tired. It's only 12 o'clock, 12:01. But I've come 8 1/4 miles. It'd be another 8 more miles out to the road. So I don't feel like doing 16. So I'll do 3/10 down to the campsite, and I'll be happy with it. All right, see you when I get there. Well, I have arrived at the shelter. So this is the inside of the shelter. It's a double-decker, and upstairs, downstairs, I'll probably sleep in the corner somewhere on the lower level so I can get out and pee if I need to in the middle of the night. The cooking area is down there. I think water must be down this way somewhere. And a privy in the bare box behind me. I just passed it. So anyhow, so my day is done I'm done for today. So here is the water source for the campsite, coming on down this rock wall. Somebody put a little hollowed out log here so you can filter it. You got a little pool here. I guess if you want to dip your feet, there's a dippy bag in it. Then it continues on meandering on down that way. So I've got my C-Knock bag, and I'm going to fill that up and go back to the shelter and filter water.